Welcome to the Batch Boys. We are boys who love the Batch. Boys, should we toast to our second episode of the Batch Boys?
Of course.
Yes, we should. Here's to the Batch Boys. And to Ben. Follow the Batch Boys on Twitter, @Batch Boys. Follow us on Instagram, @The Batch Boys. Follow us on Facebook, @facebook.com/Batch Boys. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on iTunes now, which is pretty cool. We're there. Pick us up on your Apple TV, on your iPhone, on your iPad. Yeah, I watch. I don't know if it works on that. Don't quote me.
And the internet, too.
And all the internet places you can think of. It's there. We're really excited. This was a really exciting second week of the show. I think things are picking up really well here. Really excited about Ben's journey. I think we should just get right into the first group date, right? It was really exciting.
I would love that.
We had some we had some winners there. We had Jackie. We had LB. We had JoJo. We had Jubilee. We had the good dinosaur, Lauren H. We had Amber, can't believe I'm here again. Becca, can't believe I'm here again. Mandy, and I don't even know anything about Mandy. Didn't learn anything tonight. And some others. So it was a goofy, fun hometown date, right? That's the spirit. That's the motif they're giving us for Ben.
It was really great. And one of my favorite parts was hands down seeing Chris Harrison as the principal. I mean, what a treat. What a treat for the viewers.
So goofy and fun. They're really making Ben feel relatable.
I mean, ABC pays attention to their fans. I had been requesting this for a long time, and finally getting to see Chris in that suit and also that plaid vest. It was awesome.
You
I loved
requested to see Chris Harrison as a principal?
Don't worry, I did it on my Twitter account. This is personal business.
At No Pants Daniel?
Sorry to bring this into the workplace. But
No. Do that. Please leave your personal tweets at home, Daniel.
Yikes.
He DMs Chris Harrison, I'm pretty sure.
But anyway, how crazy were those things that they did? They're quite scandalous, you know? It was
the most sexual competition series the Batch has ever seen.
And ABC clearly didn't care about how overt they were being. They just
I think they paid special attention to be just overt enough. With from anywhere from let's see who can make Ben's volcano explode to girls bobbing for apples and trading them in each other's mouths.
That was so sexual.
There was no secrets there, and it was in high school.
All the boys were getting pretty hot and bothered. You're gonna have to take my word for it.
And then poor Jackie, who can't bob for a single apple. She's sitting there with Ben staring 2 feet away. Like, can you do it? And all the others are like, her mouth isn't big enough. And it's like, oh my God, ABC.
Bad.
There's some weird territory that the show treaded in this week, but then we got some fun beats, some classic fun beats of just the single one-on-one time within the group date. We got to see Becca subvert gender norms by beating Ben at basketball.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Ben blames his shirt.
Yeah, that was excellent.
His shirt's so tight, but you're wearing a dress, so it's easy for you. It's
like, she was draining it. She was like straight Kobe. If I knew basketball and knew that
Lefty
Kobe
swish.
was a good basketball player.
For you people who don't watch the episode, because we know there are some of you, and that is totally okay if you want to tune into the show. Becca is one of the girls who has come back, and when she had her one-on-one time with Ben, she was sinking buckets, man. Like straight up
emotionally
Steph Curry
and physically sinking buckets.
And Ben totally missed, even though the basketball is his thing, and blames it on his shirt. So maybe the tailor really is the problem.
Wow. With a thorough, in-depth analysis like that, I think it's now open for interpretation at this point.
Hey, Ryan S., I just call it as I see it. I'm just here doing my job.
That's why they call him Clear Eyes Dan. Starting now. We're putting that on the internet page. We got the basketball. We got the first kiss with Ben and Jen. The first real kiss, non-lace kiss. Because that was gross.
And emphasis on the real, because it felt to me super genuine. I really liked Jen Cab Sav, as I call her, Saviano.
I still prefer Jennifer Just Friends Saviano because I don't see this going anewhere.
But did you not see a spark? Because I saw a spark.
I saw him see his first opportunity to kiss someone like Sean Lowe told him to. He's excited. He's a bachelor, man. He's the bachelor.
He didn't really go in for it that confidently, though. And the thing is, Jen is growing on me way more.
But he did go in for it, which is critical to note because
he did. He's finding his legs.
We're going to be paying close attention to this to see who's kissing who because that tells a lot.
Yeah. No.
Jake knows.
No, I know. I mean, like, at times it's like, is a little much.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to remember that in this show, they're trying to find love and they're streamlining it. And kissing is really the first step to figuring out what kind of physical chemistry you have. And I think Ben realizes that now, and so he's kind of given himself some slack. And this was the first time we saw it, and it was not the last.
True. Well, because Jennifer went and told everyone, and Lace... She added fuel to Lace's fire and began what we at the Bach Boys are officially calling Lacegate. This is the ongoing confrontation that Lace seems to be having with Ben, with the other girls, and herself.
Yeah, with everything.
Yeah.
She's got two versions of her within herself, and we're gonna break this down as the night goes on. But this was the beginning of Lacegate, where Lace determines that she's going to prove to Ben that she's not crazy by demanding to have more time with him and to demand a rose from him.
And explicitly telling him that, look, I must have seemed crazy like 2 days ago, but now totally you can see I'm not because I'm not, right? That was essentially her approach.
She was like, she kept saying the word crazy, and it's like,
Yeah,
who
no
are you trying to
one
convince?
else has like been like, hey, Lace, you're being kind of crazy. She's like, am I being crazy? I'm not crazy. I'll be back in 5. So it's, Lace, I don't know. I feel like her days are numbered, but she made.
Well, she just lectures him and she drones on, and then Jubilee has to come in and interrupt them and casually tell him that she's a Haitian orphan, which
was an improvement.
From
Lace.
From what? Oh, nice. But a little step up there.
That was funny because usually you get these super tender moments, and the cliche ones are always like, oh, like my kid or a car accident is a big one on Bachelor. But this one was
pour
one
out
I
for Sanderson Poe, please.
Any Sanderson Poe fans out there,
may he rest in peace.
But this one was weird because I had never heard orphan or Haiti on this show. So good airtime for Haiti, good airtime for orphans everywhere.
And all around,
a couple of years
Great
late
press,
for
great
Haiti.
Look, Haiti needs all the press it can get. I'm glad that they're getting some airtime on The Bachelor.
Fair enough.
But I will agree, it was very, very casual. And then they just kind of moved on, and then he got the second kiss, which Jubilee went in for. So she was feeling bold.
Look, she's a war veteran. She's seen things. She knows that when it's her time to go in for a kiss, she's got to take her opportunity.
Clear eyes, Daniel B's got to lay down the game plan here.
Oh yeah, you see her end goal.
See, Jen got the first kiss, right? So she comes home, and Lace went out there without any time of hearing that the kiss happened. Oh no, she did. Sorry.
No, Lace had heard from
That's
Jennifer.
kind of what.
But Ben didn't want to give it to her. But what's funny is she got the first kiss of the show.
She took it.
She told him to close his eyes.
Yeah, she told him to close his eyes and just chomped his face.
It was like a kiss assault of sorts where she...
I like to reference Harry Potter Book 3.
Is that the one?
Prisoner of Azkaban?
Yeah. The Dementor.
Because, okay.
She's kind of like a Dementor. Well, if she's a Dementor... I don't know what Olivia is, and we're going to get into her later, but I think we should really... Oh, JoJo got kiss 3, just to finish up the group date. Which
JoJo.
Stealing hearts.
Yes.
She's
I don't
stealing
think
kisses.
that quite finishes up the group date, actually, especially with regard to JoJo.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
JoJo got the rose.
Of course.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Well, that was my next transition, Jake. Thank you very much.
Sorry, it's she was my contestant that I picked, as you
True.
may remember.
That is Jake's winner.
I want to applaud you for that.
Thank you.
You did a good...
The dark horse.
Great. Yeah, she
Really
came out of
making
nowhere
moves.
and stunned everyone, including the entire city of Los Angeles, which was clearly watching from their skyline rooftop. Everyone was at their windows like, oh my God, is that JoJo getting time? Where's Lace?
Everyone's looking for Lace. All of Lace's split personalities are looking for Lace. But I will agree, it's worth pointing out that what Jake's referring to is his pick in the Bach Boys season-long bet of who we think is going to win. In case you missed it last week, Jake picked JoJo. I picked Lauren B.
I was on Kayla.
And I picked Olivia.
Kayla and Olivia. So we got these bets. We're going. Tweet us your suggestions for embarrassing stuff. We're going to touch on it at the end.
So what happens? What happens is whoever gets the furthest is exempt, but the rest of us have to do something embarrassing, and they have been submitted so far
this whole
by some
thing.
of the fans.
It's
But
this
we
whole-
need ideas, so keep them coming
We're
because we
going to
like
touch
them.
on it at the end. But it's worth noting, great move by your sleeper pick JoJo at the end of that
I like
date, and
that.
way to take the rose. Kayla had a one-on-one date, which was mostly just an advertisement for Ride Along 2 with Kevin Hart.
It was
and Ice
100%
Cube.
not a one-on-one date. It was a one-on-one on Kevin Hart on Ice Cube.
So Kevin Hart and Ice Cube showed up to their date, and they went on a drive, aka
ride-along.
a ride-along, and try to have the cheapest date possible.
And see how many times they can use the term ride along and make it seem casual and off the cuff. Hey, I was really so happy to have Kayla on this ride along with me, and never thought I'd have a ride along with my favorite singer, Amos Lee.
Oh
A private one-on-one concert. Wow.
One of my favorite moments from that was when they asked Ice Cube and Kevin Hart what nice things, what romantic things have you ever done for a lady? And Ice Cube's response was, "I married one."
That was awesome.
and
That
then-
was so good.
And then Ben proceeds throughout the date to be like, me and Ice Cube aren't the same guy.
Well, that just reminded me of when Ice Cube was like, "You should get a Hennessy." And you should get Hennessy and condoms. And Ben was like, me and Ice Cube just have different taste, I think.
I don't want to buy any
I'm
condoms.
not going to buy any condoms.
As if it was something that he needed to clarify. Like, look, everyone in America, I know Ice Cube and me look a lot alike, but we're not the same guy.
I know we hang around in pool, hot tub shops and drive and stuff, but we're not friends. This is totally producer sent.
Are you allowed to go into a hot tub store and sit in the hot tubs, or only if you're Kevin Hart?
Absolutely not.
Well,
I've
the
tried.
thing is, they don't fill them with water. This was totally,
Champagne.
This was producer
Yeah,
Stank.
of course. That's what I meant.
Shoshana would have picked vodka.
Shoshana, who can mysteriously speak English.
Yeah, nice discovery this week.
Great
Yeah,
discovery.
I would have loved it to be a reveal. That could have been romantic. She accepts a rose, we accept this rose, and in English she's like, yes.
And then the music
Like,
plays.
oh.
Da-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Except
That was
then
Jurassic
Jurassic Park. But instead, they just kick the episode off with, "Oh, by the way, English."
Reading
No
between the
more
lines.
Russian.
But that's what we're here for.
I
We're
would've
here to
liked
give
it-
that dramatic effect to the people.
I would have liked it to be like a mystery, over the course of several dates. It's like a scavenger hunt that Ben has to go on to find clues to what Shoshana is and where she's from.
And it's all written in crayon.
Ben, this is my favorite theme song.
Going back to the Kayla date, before
yeah,
we're
yeah.
moving away from that.
She did great. I mean, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Right.
She's my pick. Just gonna throw it back out there,
Oh.
Kayla. Thank you for making me proud. I feel like a proud father of sorts.
Yeah, except, okay, fine. She seemed really nice and genuine and whatever, and she tells Ben about her ex-boyfriend, but she omits the part that she dumped her ex-boyfriend to be on TV with Ben.
I mean, she is a stunner, impressing me in every way. I'm falling in love with Kayla through my TV. But the thing is there's just that one giant skeleton in the closet.
Yes.
And here's the crazy thing, all right? This is Daniel's opinion of the week.
Clear
She
Eyes
said-
Dan. Clear Eyes Dan.
Clear
coming
Eyes
in for the
Dan
kill.
sees something right now. And you know what? Kayla said that she felt it was fate that they met on an airplane, her and her ex-boyfriend. She said that they got together because they met on an airplane.
Well, and then they met
and then
again.
2 weeks later, they met again, and that's what she felt was fate. What is she going to think about meeting someone on national television in front of everybody else? Isn't that going to be Airplane, ABC's The Bachelor? I don't know. To me, it feels like if that's her gauge as what fate is for marrying someone is just meeting them on an airplane and running into them again 2 weeks later, what is this going to do
Yes,
to her
Well,
heart?
it sounds to me like she's perfect for The Bachelor.
Yeah, it is like the second most absurd way to meet someone, second only to meeting them on an airplane and then seeing them in the street. Like that, it's The Bachelor's the close second, I'd say. So yeah, she got the rose on the date, right?
Deservedly.
And he tried to kiss her. He went in for the kiss. Obviously, they got a kiss, but he went in for like 3 times, and she was so distracted by favorite singer Amos Lee that
Well, she saw him on a stage and thought, "Is that my husband?" Bye, Ben.
I was on The Bachelor and I saw someone else and I just knew it was fate.
It was 2 weeks later that an Amos Lee song came up on my iPhone, and I knew I had to be with him.
I crunched into a famous Amos cookie and knew that Amos Lee was my husband.
Great bit, guys. Great bit. I hope.
yeah.
Seriously, though, if she's with Ben, I hope she doesn't do that to you, because she's got a bad track
She
record.
won't. She's my pick. She's a great girl. Kayla, love you.
Okay, well, still quit tooting your own horn. Because my pick actually didn't even make on a date, but on the next date was Emily, Shoshana, Cindy Lou Who, attorney at law, Olivia, Haley or Emily, whichever, they're the same thing, and Squeaky Amanda was there.
who I loved and am falling in love with.
She had some
every
great
second.
moments on this date, but we can't really talk about how romantic they were until we talk how creepy the Japanese sex fetish theme of this date was. They were in this like robot sex dungeon.
Wait, so are you just assuming Japanese because they were robots?
So what happened was they went to
a little, or this whole technologically advanced thing. It looked like the scene in Cloud Atlas is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
That's where it went to my head.
I was
Don't give me a
thinking
hard time,
Minority
bro.
Report. Like Minority Report meets Skynet. If we're gonna throw out some references there, basically what they did was they had some doctors measure their like body heat, their smells. Some of them smelled sweet like raspberries. Some of them smelled like very sour.
Yeah, quote from the show. She's like a giant raspberry.
And they were
Wait,
graded at the end.
Hold on, back to that. That was like a complete like stretch of the imagination that the professor guy thought of, because Ben just goes, "Oh, she smells sweet." He goes, "Yes, she's a giant raspberry."
Oh, he
Like,
said that?
Yeah,
It was like
I
completely
missed that.
extrapolated.
it's not
I
something
didn't
Ben
realize he
said.
that.
Yeah, there was that thing, and then it says Mantha smells sour. Poor Samantha got a 2.4 out of what units?
It's probably 10.
That's like the
No, but I
Earth-
mean, like, what were those? It was like
they clearly-
love points, of course. You know,
Lovetrons.
They used it in the Rugrats movie when you got the little scratch and sniff thing. They had to keep a gauge on making it smell too much. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah.
So it was the 2.4 just her scent?
Yeah.
She got a 2.4. What else is a 2.4? Like
Nose-
dirty garbage?
Nose touching. And here's the
It
thing.
was a 2.4 in compatibility.
Yeah, yeah,
It
2.4
didn't
total
stop at the
compatibility. It
set.
wasn't about the smell.
This progressed through the rest of the date up until the end of the date, which
course.
is where they got their scores. She comes in with a 2.4 at the lowest, and then who gets the top?
Well, how fitting
course.
that Olivia, best in show, gets a strictly numbers judged based win. Because she is best in show.
So
Like, it was
she's
perfect.
got the perfect stats.
Yeah,
out of
the
anyone in
doctor
the house.
held her up, pulled out her neck, looked at her teeth, said, "This one, 8 flat."
He didn't have to open her mouth for her.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we
Thank
all
you for
demonstrate to
bringing
the
that up.
camera our
Yeah.
Olivia impression?
Let's all do our best Olivia
Ready?
right
1, 2, 3.
now.
Someone please
My
gift
mouth
that.
doesn't go
Gift
nearly
that up
big
for us.
enough.
No.
It doesn't go big enough is the problem.
Yeah.
Once I went to camp with
Olivia-
this kid who could scream so loud. Like he screamed so loud, but he like unhinged his jaw to do so. It was really weird, and I feel like Olivia has the same strange gift.
She's got like a snake,
absolutely.
snake
it's
jaw.
a curse, you know, because it turns me off every time I see it. I said this last episode. I'm probably going to say it for another couple weeks if she keeps manipulating her way to the top. But I don't like it. Close your freaking mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you talk about my pick like that.
You know,
That's all I got to
Shut your
say.
mouth when you're talking
You
to
know
Jake,
who
Olivia.
else wanted her to shut her mouth was Ben when she tries to coerce a kiss out of him and he says no, people are watching.
Oh,
Classy movie.
Classy,
Ben.
classy, perfect.
Oh my
I'm not
gosh,
gonna lie,
Ben.
is changing my opinion this episode.
Oh.
Like, I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
I don't know that he's trying to get married, but he is a hell of a guy.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I
Wow.
love him.
Well, one thing I want to say is that you guys know me. I'm a huge Ben supporter. I'm
We know.
I'm an avid Ben enthusiast. I think he's a great guy. But something actually shook in me a little bit this episode. I wavered. And here's the thing. I noticed something in the way Ben conducts his quote unquote game, I guess if you were to say it. He throughout the show has said to almost every girl, whatever they say to him, I really appreciate that. You know, I really appreciate that honesty and you telling me that, and that's all he says. And then he transitions from that to, and I'm so excited to get to know you. He's never once actually gotten to know anyone. He's just continued to say how much he appreciates them and looks forward to getting to know them.
I mean, you can't fault him for that because 2 reasons. It's still week 1, right? Like they've had 1 day prior. The previous episode we saw was 1 day. This one was a duration of a week. And some of them he didn't have any dates with. So he is still getting to know these people. I think a big fault with other bachelors is they think they know him right off the bat and they make these judgments of these women who are just people, you know? They're not pawns and like, oh, I'm going to marry this one. I'm going to
Well,
kiss
that's
that
why
one.
he
Like,
was so interested in Jubilee, was because she opened up to him, and he was like, "Wow, I can't believe she trusted me so much." When he hasn't like been asking anyone to.
I think
yet.
he genuinely appreciates the openness, especially this early on in the game.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not getting that openness. What I'm seeing is a guy who doesn't know how quick this timeline is. A guy who doesn't get that he's going to be down to 10 women in like a week.
Casey is
All right,
very
fair
serious.
enough.
Casey's
I-
very
I-
serious about the process. Okay.
Yeah. And what he's doing is he still feels like he's in night 1 and he's just going over to everyone and asking feelers. I saw 2 questions the whole episode, 1 to Kayla and I think maybe 1 to Olivia. I can't remember the other one. That's the problem. He isn't delving deeper. He saw a little bit of info out of Amanda Stanton. about her daughters.
Squeaky Amanda?
And he got a little bit of info
Shouts out to
from
Orange
Kayla.
County.
And that's it. So I love Ben. Ben, you know I'm here for you, but I got to see more next episode, or I'm gonna be questioning his intentions.
All I'll say before we have to move on, we got to finish the group date, but I'll just say that Ben, he's a product of where he is in the process right now. He's so blissfully ignorant, and he has no idea that all this drama is happening, and none of the girls are ready to tell him yet, and he's very lucky to be where he is, and I think he's smart to hold off on all this stuff. Casey, you always rush the serious stuff anyway, Casey.
Don't
should
you
have more
say
fun.
that.
I do think Casey has a point. It is a competition and it is very short. And I was just saying that earlier. He's just gotta learn. And I think he's just a little bit of an idealist. He doesn't realize that it's gotta go quick and it's gotta go quick. So I'm sorry for
This is
judging
LA,
you.
baby.
It is.
It's not Warsaw, Indiana anymore. You gotta go.
No.
Yeah,
Hey.
you got to pick up the pace, Ben, and we got to pick up the pace. We got to talk about Squeaky Amanda having kids. She finally opens up to Ben about that, which he handled perfectly. Perfect Ben.
Unbelievable.
I wouldn't say he handled it. Oh, actually,
He did. The way I will quote what he said. He said something about kids don't. Or, that doesn't scare me. I'm not going to say I've done that yet, but it doesn't scare me.
That was
And then
great.
going in for the kiss.
Whoa.
It was
Oh,
beautiful.
Yeah, he went for it.
Beautiful sandwich.
That was hands down his best
So,
best
see, and that's
connection.
what you're looking for, Casey.
Yeah.
That's the Ben you were looking for, right?
Well, that part of it really got me, and I saw a connection between him and Amanda. And if I would, fast forwarding a little bit to more Amanda time, he eventually did making the berets for the
yes.
daughters, which
Yeah.
I think is
Very
just
Very
like
nice gesture.
And that's
he-
something that I
yeah,
think
he-
has been so great is all the girls that he's had to have a tough time with, like sour cream smell girl,
Cindy Lou Who, attorney at law.
Like he makes an effort to make them all feel better, even though he sent her home this week, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Like it's an interesting thing that he goes out of his way to make them all feel loved in their each and own
Yes.
special way. And
Even
I got to give shouts out.
Insecure Haley and Emily, whichever one. One of them was insecure, so they're both insecure. They're the same thing to me.
And here's the problem about insecurity on the show, and this is a big pet peeve of mine. I don't like it when the girls, and Amanda did this, and I like Amanda a lot. I don't like it when the girls lead in with like, oh, I hope it's good. Like, hey, I want to talk to you. Oh, I hope it's good news. Or I'm so nervous. Or I'm so scared. Or I didn't think you want to talk to me. I thought you forgot about me. I don't like that because it shows a lack of confidence. And these girls need to understand that if they can't be fully functional, complete human beings without Ben, how are they going to make his life better? And how is he going to want them? You know what I mean? These
clear
girls
eyes, clear eyes, Dan.
These girls need to be confident in themselves. They need to be assured, like Lauren B., who was confident and is comfortable being there. Olivia Caridi has like,
just take a step back, Olivia, maybe a little bit.
yeah, take a
She's little
step
too
back.
confident.
The
Too,
confidence
yeah.
is getting a little aggressive, arrogant, and I don't like that.
It is an arrogance.
Hey, look,
It
you,
isn't a confidence
at the end of the
anymore.
day, you just got to be here for the right reasons. It's not to show off. It's just to find love.
I think an important thing to note, I don't mean to cut you off, but just before, we get too far into it, and everybody should really keep this in mind, that we get to see all this drama that's happening with these women. I don't think Ben does. I don't think he knows
that's what we said.
just how twisted people like Lace and now Olivia have really become, and he doesn't know really the duress these other women are put under, that they feel this need to be
Reassured.
no, sorry. There's a word. I'm total
Love.
spacing. No, self-conscious. I
Love,
suppose.
romance.
Yeah, sorry, but
drama.
I messed that one up. But you think you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Self-conscious. there's a
Ben's
word.
blissfully ignorant. We've already addressed it, I think, and it showed in tonight's episode. He didn't even get a glimpse of Lacegate, which is going down, her versus Olivia, which because they're both the manipulative, crazy ones, they're of course going to kill each other.
Like two Tyrannosaurus sexes.
Tyrannosaurus.
T-Rex is fighting in the wilderness.
Tyrannosaurus in the wilderness.
I'll take
That's
this
what
moment
they
to
are.
say insecure was the word I was looking for.
Oh, there we go.
Insecure.
Going on.
They're both pretty insecure, especially it was like a gladiator fight between the two of them. It was really interesting. And then Lace getting her one-on-one, Lacegate part 100. She's trying to tell him that she's not spending enough time with him. Then she's telling the other girls that she's not getting enough time as she's talking to Ben.
Well, realistically, Lace actually never has one-on-ones. What she has are two-on-ones. She has the Lace that she wanted to have show up, sitting meekly in the background, and the Lace that she really hoped wouldn't show up, talking avidly to Ben and making him feel weird.
The Lace 1 and Lace 2. I don't know which one I like less.
If she can just get a grip on her powers, she'd have an advantage.
It's like, that Lace that we said we'd never speak to again spoke. Lace, get back inside of me.
Nobody loves you.
That's who we're looking
That's
for.
who it is.
That's the
Yeah.
guy. That's Lace. Lace, drunk Regina George / Schmeagle. Schmeagle George.
It's not alcohol, it's fuel.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what it
Guzzling.
is because she just seems drunk constantly, and it's a whole mess. Basically, who went home? We got Crazy Mandy went home. Jackie went home. Lil B went home.
On her own
On her
accord.
own
She
Oh,
self-destructed.
No.
she
She
powerful.
saved
She
herself.
pulled herself from the competition. She didn't want to be there. She didn't want to waste his time, and she wanted him to have the rose to give away.
She wasn't there for the right reasons, and she knew that, so she did what every Bachelor fan would hope she would do, and she'd go home. She's
It's
not
what
there for the
Ben
right
hoped she would
So
do.
she's
He wanted
here-
them to feel empowered.
She's
and
here
she did.
for the most right reasons than
So,
anybody, I think.
I know we haven't discussed this before, but can we want to give a rose out every episode. I was wondering if we could give her our rose this episode. Lil B.
I'll
For
give
that
a rose to
stun.
Lil B.
Because she followed the right reasons, and that's what we're all about here.
Exactly.
Yeah, there
We
you
fully
go.
support you,
Lil B.
Lil B,
Take
please
that
accept
rose.
our rose.
Should you accept this? Yeah.
She will. Don't put the doubt in her mind, Jake. That's the insecurity that Clear Eyes Daniel's talking about. And we're going to take some time to think about that before next week. At this time, we got to take a moment to say our goodbyes. Follow us on Twitter at Batch Boys. Follow us on Instagram at The Batch Boys. Follow us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Batch Boys. It's all the Facebook stuff.com/Batch Boys. And like us on Instagram and Facebook.
Batchboys.net
iTunes.
and iTunes.
Yeah.
And keep those suggestions. Keep coming in. Write them in on our website. We've got a bunch. They're great. Keep them coming. We'll announce what the thing is later.
Yeah, batchboys.net for more information. We'll be posting there. And tweet at us your suggestions and write them in on Batch Boys. And we'll see you next week.
I love you all.
I'll be
Bye-bye.
wearing a suit.
Yeah, to bed.
Bye.